Hello children, welcome back to Social Science, Political Science today. I would like to teach you global problems and India's role. Global means what? Here I am showing the picture globe, earth, this is a globe. Now here why I am showing you is, in this globe all countries are displayed. We are showing all the countries. Here all these countries, different countries, they have got different governments and different culture, tradition, language, and etc. And how every family has got problem, like that every nation also has got problem. Take example India. Already have learnt in political science first chapter that India has various problems like poverty, unemployment, communalism, all you have learnt. Like that every country has its own problems. And if we take world, global problem also is there. I'm taking from the simple to complex. Family to the globe. Family, the lower strata. Now you come to nation. Next all the nations. Next you take the globe wise you take. Now today we are going to learn the global problems. Which are the problems and detail. What are the solutions for that? Like that. Now here you are seeing so many countries are there, so many continents, and then so many countries are there. Some countries are smallest, and largest. Like this, so many countries are there. In that, three groups are formed. Developed countries like Russia, German, all European countries developed. Russia, European countries, America, Japan, all these countries are developed. Developing is China, India, and some other countries. Underdeveloped countries means all other small countries or big countries also like Africa, they are all backward. In industry, education, and extra poverty will be there, population will be more, so many things counts children. So altogether we study that is the global problems. Here after the World War II, that's first World War and Second World War, that's why they are given two. After the World War II, United Nations Organization was established to maintain peace and security in the world. After the First World War, League of Nations was established, children. After the Second World War, to prevent war and to establish peace, UNO, United Nations Organization, was established. Now it is striving to solve all the global problem. There are so many problems today we are going to learn in detail. The post-war has witnessed the total collapse of colonialism and imperialism. Out of the womb of the old world, the new world has emerged. The old world was highly, backward. So, after the two wars, the new world has emerged. So, what are the changes you are going to learn? By 1945, the dawn of new era has taken place with the birth of United Nations Organization, UNO. But still, the world has faced various problems like denial of human rights, armament race, economic inequality, racism, and terrorism. India is contributing positively to solve these world issues. She is cooperating a lot to UNO to solve these problems. Now, discriminations based on religion, race, gender, caste, color, and nationality persisted, resulting in oppression of denial of human rights. Now, in this heading, denial of human rights, discrimination based on religion, race, gender, caste, color, and nationality persisted, resulting in oppression of denial of human rights. Now, you see, children, here, human rights for all. God has created all human beings, and here everyone has got right to live. He can take any job, employment. He can live wherever he wants. But if he is born in a particular country, in that country he can live wherever he likes. And he has got right to learn any language, education, employment, etc., like that. Human rights. He has got right to live and decide, express, and everything. So that is called human rights. Here, why I am showing the two pictures I am showing, human rights for all. Yes, of course, in the world, human rights are there. Liberty, fraternity, freedom, freedom of speech, and etc. Evils like slave trade, traffic in human beings, child labor, and exploitation of women are prohibited by the Universal Declaration. Now, why they say human rights? Here, see, child labor is there. Child labor, children below 14 years, because of poverty, they are all sent for the work and no education for them. Children should, they have got right to play, they have got right to learn. Two things they have to do. But here, what's going on? Here, the human rights are denied. The child is sent to the work, so that the family people, they will do. So that's why child labor is still existed in the world. So child should have its own right to play and learn and express whatever it is. Now, traffic in human beings. Traffic means, they will, take the, kidnap. You have learnt you have seen in film and all, they'll kidnap. The illegal movement of people, typically for the purposes of forced labor or commercial sexual exploitation. This is called traffic, So people are not willing to do any work, but they are all forced to work and then taken to some other place and exploited them unwillingly. Sometimes they don't obey, they will kill also. So you are seeing in the film and all, more trafficking only is taking place, that stories. So you can understand, children, by this. So this all prohibited by the Universal Declaration. Universal Declaration means what? In the whole world, women has got right to live. She has got right to learn, live, and lead her own life and express whatever it is. Even children also, I have already mentioned. So these are all the things universal. Universal means in the whole world, everywhere, common rule. That is, women, children, and also any labor should not be forced to work and paying the less, or forced to do unwanted work or unwillingly the work, whatever good or bad, not good, bad work or whatever it is. So these are all trafficking. So Universal Declaration means then the world, UNO, declared that every human being has got right to live, learn, move, get education, occupy any employment, and live. That is the thing. And discrimination based on religion, race, gender, caste, color, and nationality persisted, resulting in oppression and denial of rights. These are all the problems. A number of landmarks like American War of Independence in 1776, the Russian Revolution in 1917, The French Revolution in 1789, the struggle for independence in India. So after a great struggle, India got independence on August 1947, and many other countries during the first half of 20th century have upheld the struggle for human rights. The Declaration of Human Rights on December 10, 1948 by UNO can rightly be hailed as the turning point in our struggle against the denial of human rights. Now December 10th means today. Now December 10th, this December 10th, the whole world is going to, observe this Human Rights, Universal Declaration of Human Rights Day. Remember, children? And now, India has also championed the cause of universal human rights. Evils like trade, human trafficking, child labor, and exploitation of women are prohibited by the Universal Declaration of Rights I have already mentioned. India is against genocide, all sorts of exploitation and oppression. Now next point, the race of armament. Here the picture we am showing. See, armaments means weapons, children, war weapons. See, already First World War took place using nuclear bombs and weapons and so many new armaments they have invented and they used. Now, here today science and technology is advancing also, and the scientists and all, they are all inventing new this pattern. So the race of armaments has increased today. What is race of armament? Armament lead to evils like global level fear, insecurity, tension, and even war. Disarmament is need of the day peaceful coexistence. I'll repeat. Armament race seems to be the most dangerous symptom of the present day world. I'll repeat. Armament race seems to be the most dangerous symptom of the present day world. There is a famous saying, we have to end the war or else war will end us. This is a slogan. That is true, no children? We have to end the war or else war will end us. Disarmament seems to be the only solution for the arms race. Opposite of armament, producing of all weapons, war weapons, disarmament. Disarmament means what? Not producing weapons, war weapons. Armaments lead to evil like global level fear, insecurity, tension, and even to war. Now next, disarmament means the reduction of or elimination of certain or all armaments for the purpose of ending armaments race. They'll ask you a question, 2 marks question in the exam. What is disarmament? So answer is, disarmament means the reduction or elimination of certain all armaments for the purpose of ending armaments race. The question of disarmament became more prominent with the advent of nuclear era. Nuclear means nuclear bomb and all, they are inventing new things, missiles, tankers, you are seeing the war and all, you are seeing nowadays in TV they are showing how the war is taking place. Here also we are showing now, in the picture I have shown. See, so many armaments have come. Since 1963, the USA and the USSR had entered into a number of bilateral agreements Bilateral means two countries. Both are super powerful countries. Both are largest in each globe. Each side of the globe. So that's called bilateral agreements. Because both are manufacturing war weapons and piling up. So all the other countries know they got fear that third world war may take place. Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty, Partial Test Ban Treaty, the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, etc., signed by the two countries. That is called bilateral agreements. Bilateral means two countries, that's USA and USSR. Two countries also signed for these countries. Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty, Partial Test Ban Treaty, the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, etc. Now, since 1963, the USA and USSR had entered into a number of, I told you already that. So, this is called in short form SALT, PTBT, CTBT, NPT. I have already explained. So, that is only short form we will say. And still more agreement have signed by the two countries to ban the production of the armament. Now next one, economic inequality. Here in this picture we are showing, see America top. How the buildings are all, it's all posh buildings. How height and all you see, tall buildings and all like big apartments type and then very huge. That shows that all people are very luxuriously living, comfortably living in these buildings. Below you see children, Africa. See how like India type only. So many congested areas, small house, big, small, all various size of house and different kinds of house. This shows that poverty. Economic means what? Related to the wealth. Economics related to wealth. So America is a wealthy country, developed country, whereas Africa is not wealthy country, it is underdeveloped country. So you know that there is always in the society gap, rich and poor. See, America is rich, Africa is poor, like that we can say. Economically inequality. So what will happen now? The rich countries all will look down upon the poor country, underdeveloped countries. This is also one problem in the globe. So European powers have established their colonies in Africa, Asia, and even in Latin America, American countries. Because of this policy of imperialism, these countries have remained economically backward. See children, Africa is not a poor country, highly richest continent I can tell you. Why in the whole world only here we will get diamond mines are there, gold mines are there, and uranium, thorium, that still more you might have learnt in science. These are all mines are there children. Nowhere in the world found this type of minerals. Apart from all the other minerals, extra minerals, even petrol also to some extent is available. One level it is available in Africa. But what happened? British, they made colony in Africa. How India became colony for British, like that even Africa also. They drained the wealth. How in India they drained all our wealth and made India poor, like that even Africa also. They made not only Africa, even Latin America, South America. They went and then they looted all the wealth and sent to their country and then made all these countries highly backward. Today India is recovering and today it is called developing country, moving towards developed stage, moving. Okay, like this, no? See, this is called economic inequality, children. So now you see, after 1945, America and Russian bloc exploited the backward nations to serve the national interest of the advanced countries. See, again, after the World War, What happened? Then this America and Russia started attracting all poor countries in the pretext of helping. So helping means what will happen? They will help. At the same time, who will get their help? They should obey. Is it not? So again we lose our freedom. So India is a champion of establishing this third world. Okay? So that is not joining any country. Nehru is the champion of non-aligned movement, not joining either America or Russia. So credit goes to India. India in this way also is acting very much responsible for all the positive movement of the globe, activity of the globe. The situation is partially the historical legacy of colonialism and exploitation. Due to the policy of imperialism, those countries who suffered alien colonial rule have remained economically backward. Their progress has been hampered. Hampered means slow down till the first half of the 20th century. Now see, that's why see the America, advanced country, Russia also advanced country, how they exploited, all the other countries. These are all the things. And now, see, next, in the bipolar world, America bloc, Russian communist bloc, started assisting the backward communities. I'm explaining, children, again the same thing. India advocated for the economic assistance to the needy countries by rich countries without any tag, without any condition. Tag means without any condition. Thus, India is a pioneer country to oppose neo-imperialism of America and other countries who could exploit the situation of poor country. Some countries after the Second World War, they got independence. Those who got independence for that country, one side America, the other side Russia, started attracting in the name of helping. So India became pioneer to stop this, and she started, non-aligned movement. The underdeveloped countries of Africa, Asia, and Latin America were called Third World by an Algerian, Frantz Fanon. Frantz Fanon, F-R-A-N-T-Z, F-A-N-O-N, Frantz Fanon, he was one thinker. What he said is, no, we should not join either America and Russia. First started by India only, later he also supported, and then we created third world. America is one world, Russia is another world, and then let them be two worlds. But all the poor countries will form another world that is called third world. These backward countries strive to free themselves from the shortage of food, capital, technology, medical facilities, lack of higher educational amenities, etc., etc. Now, like this, today somehow we are managing all these countries, backward countries. We are not leading. We are progressing, and we have all come to one developing stage. Now, next one problem, that is apartheid. Racism, apartheid. Racism means what, children? The practice of treating a person or group of people differently on the basis of their race. Aryan race, Dravidian race, Mongolian race, like that. These people only give a name, and then like that they will divide. And that they will call Aryan race is superior, like that. So based on this race, people are all bifurcated. Now, the newly discovered continents were built by the European whites. European people, they say that we are all white people. We are all belong to Aryan race, superior race. All the other nation people are all inferior. Already they branded. They look down upon the black and brown race. Indian, the Mongolian are all brown in skin, and Africans are dark. So they say that dark skin and then brown skin are all inferior, and the European, because they are all whitish, reddish color, so they are all superior. See here, we are showing the picture how the people are all are white only. See, fair color. This inhuman racism persisted for a long time in the world in spite of many reforms. See, these backward countries strive to free themselves from the the racism or apartheid policy persisted for a long time in the world in spite of many reforms. I have mentioned already that repetition. South Africa and Rhodesia in Africa struggled against apartheid for a long time. And Nelson Mandela, he took the lead to eradicate apartheid policy. Great personalities like Mahatma Gandhi ji, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, and Nelson Mandela championed the cause of racial equality. Now, see here, we are showing the picture. They are all Africans. Africans are very dark, and also it is due to the climatic condition. 3 latitude also pass in Africa. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Equator 3 also. Due to that only climatic condition, now it is very, very odd to live in Africa. The people are all, the skin is dark and then they are all looking very, very, very dark. So they are all treated very low because they are dark by the Europeans. And rights of man include equality based on the race, and this principle has been upheld by the Indian Constitution. Now, this racism you have learnt. Next, we will proceed to the terrorism. Now, already you have learnt in the first chapter itself what is terrorism. See here, one man is holding the gun, and then without any reason they will come and attack and they kill the people, but they have their own principles, maybe national wise or political wise or religion wise. Terrorism means it is the systematic use of terror as a means of coercion. It refers to those violent acts which are intended to create fear. It is political tactic which creates fear, complexities, and glorifies the ideology of the terrorist organization. And now, here, this terrorism is inhuman. Terrorist acts are often targeted to maximize fear and publicity, usually using explosives or poison for mass destruction. Mass means whole lot people. They'll kill whole group people, whole lot people. Example, that Kashmir every day it is disturbed. You're seeing in TV or newspaper. So every day disturbing. And also any part of the country also they will come and then disturb in railway station, school or market or mall or wherever, where people are all mass means a large group of people are moving there, they will come and disturb in train also. Suicidal attacks, hijacking, gun battles, bombing, keeping the targeted persons or innocents as hostages are some of the heinous and very, very bad techniques of terrorists. India is one of the soft bases for terrorists. Kashmir, Nagaland, Mizoram, Assam, etc. are the targets for terrorist attacks. Today, you are seeing children, whatever is going on, all are disturbed. All these state, just now I mentioned, no? This one. Anti-terrorist forces are set up, specially trained to combat. Combat means fight terrorism in India. And one more thing I would like to say, even Naxalism has created havocs by fanning terrorism. Fanatic thoughts of jihadi groups have also provided fuel of terrorism in India. Today jihadi converting the religion, the other religion people to Islam. Jihadi, the main principle. So for that they'll go and then capture the, terrify the persons after they'll convert. And then after when they don't listen and don't act according to their wish or do work, then they'll be killed. As a peace-loving nation, India is against terrorism. Look at children, India is peace-loving country, always. India never show any vengeance on any country. If China, tomorrow it comes for any peaceful agreement, India will accept. Even Pakistan also, if it comes, then she will accept. So India is always peaceful country, children, because peace is not new to India. You have learned from the past. Buddhism born here, Jainism born here, Ashoka the Great and all spread Buddhism to all over the world. You know that India is meant for peace only. As a peace-loving nation, India is against terrorism. Anti-terrorist forces are set up and are especially trained to combat terrorism in India. Now, I would like to recap of the topic. Recap of the topic, the global problems of India's role. This is only recapitulation, children. After the World War II, United Nations Organization was established to maintain peace and security in the world. Now, the first point is denial of human rights. Discrimination based on religion, race, gender, caste, color, and nationality persisted, resulting in oppression and denial of human rights. Under this point, the Declaration of Human Rights on December 10, 1948 by UNO can rightly be hailed as the turning point in the struggle against the denial of human rights. Second main point is race of armaments. Armaments lead to evils like global level fear, insecurity, tension, and even war. Disarmament is the need of the day. Peaceful coexistence. The third main point, economic inequality. European powers have established their colonies in Africa, Asia, and even in Latin American countries. Because of this policy of imperialism, these countries have remained economically backward. And now, under this one point, I would like to say economic inequality means sub-point. Racism or apartheid. The newly discovered continents were colonized and empires were built by the European whites. They looked down upon the black and brown race. Terrorism. Next point is terrorism. It is a systematic use of terror as a means of coercion. It refers to those violent acts which are intended to create fear. Now, suicidal attacks, hijacking, gun battles, bombing, keeping the targeted persons or innocents as hostages are some of the heinous techniques of terrorists. Anti-terrorist forces are set up, specially trained to combat terrorism in India. So in conclusion, India is a peace-loving country and she is striving to stop the terrorism, not only in her home, that is country, even world level also. I hope that you all understood today the global problems and India's role. Thank you.